Hello guys! When Spider-Man tried to fight against the unstoppable Juggernaut, he realized it was impossible to win alone, so he decided to call for a friend, the invincible Iron Man. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. The story begins with Spider-Man saying that New York City is at peace, and that is extremely strange. But that peace ended quickly, as Spider-Man was attacked by explosive robots. They chase him through the city and explode as soon as they get close to him. Suddenly, another type of explosive was thrown towards Spider-Man, and at that moment, he realized he was being attacked by one of his greatest villains, the Goblin. By the way, he happens to be the father of his best friend, Harry Osborn. The supervillain is attacking Spider-Man mercilessly, and the superhero is sad because the perfect day was completely ruined. The Goblin continued to chase him throughout the city while trying to destroy Spider-Man. The superhero is strong enough to fight him off and then throw him against a building. But the Goblin was still alive, and in order to escape, he caused a distraction. The Goblin destroyed the pillars of a building, and Spider-Man had to stop the fight to protect the people. While he was holding up the entire building with his muscles, the Goblin approached and said he had a family commitment to attend to and is going to leave now. Spider-Man realized what he meant and became desperate. He was then buried under the rubble, but shortly after, he was saved by his superhero friends. He told them everything about the Goblin and also said that this family meeting must have something to do with his son. The Goblin must be after Harry, and Spider-Man will have to do something about it. Even though the two of them aren't talking too much lately, he needs to help his best friend. Using his true identity as Peter Parker, Spider-Man went to visit his best friend Harry Osborn so the both of them could go together to school. While they were in the car, the two started talking. Peter said that the time they've been apart has been really long and he would appreciate it if the two of them came back to being normal friends as they were before. Peter Parker was even about to reveal his secret identity as Spider-Man when suddenly the car they were in was attacked by the Goblin. Peter managed to get his friend out of the car but forgot his backpack with his uniform inside of it. Now he'll have to keep on protecting Harry without being able to use his powers. But luckily his other friends appeared to help him. They started attacking the Goblin, but they got surprised by his secret weapon. The supervillain managed to trap them all with a force field, and they didn't even do anything. The Goblin continued following Peter Parker and Harry Osborn and managed to corner them. Harry thought his father was after him and offered himself as sacrifice in order to save his friend Peter Parker, but in reality we see that the Goblin didn't want his son. He threw him away and then went to take Peter Parker. The Goblin knocked him unconscious with an electric shock, and when Peter Parker woke up, he was trapped in a kind of chair inside of Goblin's secret hideout. The supervillain welcomed him and called him his son. Peter Parker didn't understand anything, and the Goblin revealed that Peter is the son he always wanted. Harry Osborn only shares a part of his DNA and nothing else. Peter is a lot more intelligent, much more tenacious, but also weak and defenseless. Because of that, he will surely lack the superpowers he will now receive. According to the Goblin, he will be a much greater creation than Spider-Man himself. The supervillain then injected Peter Parker with a kind of solution he had developed himself. Peter thinks he will be transformed into some kind of monster, and soon this transformation begins. A kind of living organism begins to cover Spider-Man's body, and he transforms into something terrifying. This new creature begins to destroy the Goblin's entire lab, but the supervillain managed to control it using his gloves. He then named the creature as Carnage. The Goblin then realized that Spider-Man was still alive as he appeared in the live television footage. The supervillain ordered Carnage to go there and destroy Spider-Man. As soon as he managed to do that, he will become part of the family. We then see that Harry Osborn was on the rooftop of his penthouse in New York City talking to Nick Fury. He told him everything that happened, and the other superheroes didn't understand why the Goblin decided to take Peter Parker away. The worst part is that they know Peter won't be able to defend himself without his suit, as it will reveal his true identity. Suddenly Harry got nervous because he saw something approaching. It looked a lot like Venom, and soon Carnage invaded the place. He defeated all the agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and even beat Nick Fury. Everyone realized that he wasn't Venom, he was the symbiote, but he had been modified. Harry knows it's his friend Peter Parker who's inside inside of it, and Carnage attacks all the superheroes. He wants to destroy everyone. After all, he was ordered to do so by the Goblin. Iron Fist says that this Venom is completely different. They have to beat him. But Carnage takes down all the superheroes. No one's strong enough to defeat him. When he was about to kill all of them, Harry Osborn managed to get his attention. He begged his friend to stop and then tried to talk to the symbiote itself. He said that the two of them once were a single person. They are still friends. They are family. And that symbiote needs to leave Peter Parker's body to join him. And that's what happened. The symbiote left Peter's body and entered Harry Osborn's body. He instantly became Venom. Now, Venom wants to end this story once and for all, eliminating his own father. He went straight to the Goblin's hideout, and Spider-Man used his suit to follow him. He wanted to convince Venom not to do it, but since he had no other choice, he decided to offer his help, saying that Venom alone could not defeat the Goblin. The symbiote accepted the help, but said it would be only this time. He then threw Spider-Man into the Goblin's lair, and the fight began immediately. Venom arrived soon after, and the Goblin thought it was Peter Parker, but upon closer inspection, he realized it was actually Venom, the son he doesn't want. But Harry Osborn says he's there to prove his strength by defeating his own father. The attack began, and the Goblin tried to make Venom obey him, but it didn't work. The fight between the two of them is impressive, but the Goblin still has the upper hand. He's about to kill both Venom and his own son, but Spider-Man managed to stop him. The Goblin tried to attack him, but Venom grabbed him from behind. He managed to hold him long enough for Spider-Man to return and attack the Goblin as well. But at that moment, the supervillain himself managed to remove a piece of the symbiote from his son's body. The young man begged him to stop. He was afraid, and the Goblin actually stopped it. He then tries to escape, but is caught by Spider-Man and Venom. Now Venom wants to destroy the Goblin, but Spider-Man tries to convince him not to do it, and while they are arguing, the Goblin managed to get up. He says he can take care of himself, he doesn't need Spider-Man's help. Right after that, the fight resumes. It's an impressive battle. Spider-Man ends up falling, but takes the opportunity to send his location to his fellow superheroes who arrive to help him. Spider-Man already has a plan in place. We see that Harry along with Venom finally managed to take down the Goblin, and they are about to kill him. But suddenly, Peter Parker appears without his uniform to try to convince his friend to give up. Venom attacks him, but Peter Parker says that they cannot give up on people who care about them. Venom says that his father is a monster that needs to be destroyed, and he himself is also a monster. But Peter says that he is actually his best friend. They are family and have to believe that Harry's father can still be saved. His words convinced Harry, who began fighting Venom to regain control of his body. It worked. He removed the symbiote from his body and placed it in a glass. The Goblin liked this very much and found something else very strange. How come whenever Peter Parker is around, Spider-Man never shows up? But suddenly, he was attacked by Spider-Man himself. Actually, that's Iron Fist in disguise, but the Goblin doesn't know it. The supervillain managed to grab Harry Osborn to escape with him, but before leaving, he whispered to his son that he's very proud of him, and then threw him back to the superheroes. Iron Fist rescued him, and the Goblin disappeared. After all of that, Nick Fury said that the Goblin escaped, but they managed to capture Venom. And to Peter Parker's delight, Harry Osborn now wants to be his best friend again. And when Spider-Man comes back again, he's already getting beaten up badly by the unstoppable Juggernaut. It's impossible for Spider-Man to defeat such a powerful, virtually unstoppable and indestructible being. That's why all he can do is dodge the attacks. This, however, angers the Juggernaut. After all, Spider-Man never stays still to be destroyed. Since he has nothing else to do, Spider-Man is going to test his new invention. It's a tracker. It's shaped like a small spider, and the superhero managed to implant it in Juggernaut's helmet, but at that moment he was captured by the unstoppable being. Juggernaut is going to crush Spider-Man until he is completely destroyed, but suddenly the supervillain was hit by an energy beam. Turns out that Iron Man himself arrived to answer Spider-Man's call. He asked for help, and together they will fight the Juggernaut. The unstoppable supervillain ran towards the two of them, and even Iron Man had to dodge it. Juggernaut ended crashing through through an entire building that's going to fall because of his attack. Iron Man told Spider-Man to follow Juggernaut while he saved the building, but Spider-Man didn't listen to him and stayed there to help stabilize the building. When Iron Man returned, he was furious. Spider-Man disobeyed his order, and because of that, Juggernaut escaped. Spider-Man says it's alright, he implanted his new tracker in Juggernaut, but when he tried to get his location, something went wrong. It seems his new technology has some flaws. Iron Man tells Spider-Man that being a superhero doesn't mean having the best equipment. Iron Man's superpower, for example, is inside his brain, not in his armor. He says that next time Spider-Man should listen to his orders and then flew away. Ashamed, Spider-Man went to Stark Industries to apologize to Iron Man. When he got inside, he was attacked by the machines. They were also attacking all the employees, and Spider-Man had to save these people. He then tried to take down those machines, but he wasn't succeeding. One of the machines was going to kill him, but Iron Man appeared at that moment to save him. He told Spider-Man to wait there while Iron Man himself went to investigate what was going on. Spider-Man went after him anyways. Iron Man went to the wrong place. Spider-Man went to the right one. One of Stark Industries' employees created a device that can control technology, and that's why all the machines were going crazy. Spider-Man told him he was putting innocent people at risk, and at that moment Iron Man himself appeared. His employee said he lost his patience. He already said that his new invention would work, but Iron Man never listens and is always too busy to get a meeting. Even Spider-Man tries to defend Iron Man, saying that he is always busy saving the planet. Iron Man himself told his employee that he wasn't interested in his invention, and it also wasn't ready to be tested yet. He was right, because the invention caused a lot of destruction. The young man says he didn't want to hurt anyone. He just wanted to prove that his technology can control any type of technology on planet Earth. But Iron Man said it's really impressive, but his employee named Michael is going to be fired. The man is shocked. He proved that his creation works, but Iron Man says that in reality he only proved that he is a maniac who doesn't think about other people's safety. Michael blames Spider-Man for everything that happened and says that when he masters all the technology in the world, he will take revenge on Iron Man. But since the superhero doubted his abilities, Michael turned his equipment at maximum power. He began to glow and suddenly disappeared. Some kind of explosion happened, and Iron Man immediately went to investigate what just happened. Michael was developing a device that worked at a subatomic level. There were also many other extremely complicated parts, and Spider-Man didn't understand anything. He asked Iron Man to explain it in a simpler way, and the man explained that the machine created by Michael seems to have separated the atoms of his body as if they were leaves. Perhaps if Tony concentrates enough, he can rebuild Michael's body one atom at a time. Spider-Man decided to leave him alone to work more comfortably, and before he left, Iron Man reminded him that technology isn't the most important thing in the world. What matters is how you use the technology. We see that Spider-Man went to Stark Industries lab to upgrade the technology of his new tracker. He made several modifications, and when he updated the system, something happened, but Spider-Man didn't understand what it was. He then left to find Juggernaut and test his new tracker. The unstoppable Juggernaut was in the city destroying everything, and Spider-Man approached once again. Now, Juggernaut says that Spider-Man's too much trouble for too little reward and decided to leave him behind. However, the superhero followed him and managed to implant the tracker, but at that moment, something impressive happened. The tracker began to multiply infinitely. Juggernaut was desperate. He broke a concrete mixer and used the concrete that came out of it to get rid of those trackers. Spider-Man was very scared and went to Stark Industries to apologize once again to Iron Man. But when he arrived, everything started exploding. Iron Man was already being attacked by Spider-Man's trackers and asked him what he had done. While the two were talking, a huge creature formed from many trackers, and Spider-Man didn't understand why this was happening. He then told Iron Man that he used Stark Industries labs to improve his tracker technology, and Iron Man explained that he had transformed his trackers into objects capable of replicating themselves with nanotechnology. Destroying them would only make them multiply even more. They were consuming material from Iron Man's armor to grow, and Spider-Man had an idea. He used his motorcycle to pull Iron Man away from that place, and it worked, but unfortunately the armor started malfunctioning and the trackers returned. Iron Man needed to get back to his lab and flew away. Spider-Man followed him on his motorcycle, and Iron Man crashed through the lab wall. Fortunately, the trackers disappeared, but Iron Man was unhappy because he had just crashed through several walls made of solid titanium and destroyed a lot of extremely expensive equipment. Suddenly, trackers began appearing in front of them, forming a new creature. That creature began attacking the two superheroes, and Iron Man realized that something was controlling these trackers. Who's doing this? The attack continued. Iron Man had to save Spider-Man, and they went to the room where he kept his other armors. They were all destroyed. Tony Stark just lost years of work, and Spider-Man apologized. He didn't want any of this to happen. Even so, Iron Man said that the lost technology didn't matter. In fact, what exists within the superheroes is what truly matters. Suddenly, the trackers began to invade that place. They said they had become a new kind of technology that could control the entire world. And Iron Man realized at that moment that it was actually Michael. He says he did what Iron Man was afraid to do. He destroyed his own human body to merge with nanotechnology. He became more powerful than anyone on the planet. He is now the embodiment of technology and attacked the superheroes. Iron Man's armor is malfunctioning once again, and Spider-Man had to save him. He distracted Michael and ran away. This bought enough time for Iron Man to combine several armors and fix the malfunction. Michael approached them and said he will continue replicating until he destroys the entire planet. He then split his body in half to fight the superheroes at the same time. Iron Man's armor is already malfunctioning. They have to put an end to this fight. Michael never stops growing, and the fight went outside of the lab. Iron Man is being knocked down, and Michael will easily crush him. Luckily, Spider-Man appeared to defend his friend. Even so, he's not enough to defeat Michael. He's growing larger and larger. But suddenly, the two superheroes had an idea. Maybe Spider-Man could still control the technology that Michael was using. Iron Man then assembled a kind of energy shield to defend Spider-Man while he accessed the technology of his trackers. It actually worked. He managed to control some trackers, but he didn't have enough energy to control all of them. Fortunately, Iron Man is going to solve that problem. He transferred some of the energy from his arc reactor, and with that energy, the two of them fell inside the monster, and inside of it, Spider-Man ejected all the energy from his technology and he deactivated all the trackers. Iron Man had to admit it was all his fault. After all, one of his employees almost destroyed the world. But even so, he won't tell anyone about this. His machines destroyed all of Spider-Man's trackers after that, and Iron Man won't give up trying to save Michael. And before leaving, Iron Man left Spider-Man with a broom to clean up all the lab, and the story ends. Thanks for watching!